Hey, how's it going? This is Michael Bremer, TelecomQuotes.com. I have the lovely Miss Lori Brown of Ambergate Escrow, and this is Ice Cream and Cars, special edition with ice cream and cups today. Cheers! Because it's so damn hot, it's melting everywhere. I'm actually, well, you can't see, I'm actually wearing like half my ice cream already because it melted all over me. So, there you go.
There you go. We thought the cup would work, but it didn't. It still dripped.
Exactly. You would say it's all over me now. I'm like a 3-year-old right now. So today we're going to talk about technology and escrow. Lori's a customer of mine, and what I thought was so interesting when we installed her new services, her new Avant services, I thought it was so interesting that she did not have any Wi-Fi in her office because escrow is very, very cybersecurity. It's a very risky business.
Yes, very risky. A lot of liability.
Why don't you tell us some of the stories that you've seen out there?
Oh my gosh. Well, these days, because there used to be so much fraud for cashier's checks and checks, everything got pretty much switched to being wired. Whether it's your incoming earnest money deposit or seller's proceeds going out, almost everything is wired now, and because it's supposedly more secure. But of course, the bad guys spend all their time trying to figure out how they can, get your money. So we have to be very vigilant, and thankfully go to lots of trainings and different things and talk to different vendors, software tech guys like Derek Anderson and Escrow Association things to learn what to look for when, we could be getting some sort of either hack or a scam pulled on us for the money.
Well, so I heard about this, about how somebody actually intercepted an email, changed the account numbers,
yes,
and the money's just gone.
Yeah, it could happen. Thankfully, it hasn't happened to us, but it's come close, honestly. What happens usually is the bad guys put some sort of spyware on the realtors' email accounts.
Really?
So they usually have easily hackable accounts, email, Yahoo, Gmail kind of thing. And we have all kinds of encrypted email. We've made sure that our email is going out. So if sensitive information is coming out from us, it's encrypted. So it's not so easily hacked. But so common practice would be to send our wiring instructions to the real estate agent on a transaction at the beginning, and the buyer would wire us their earnest money deposit. Well, it goes email.
Earnest money is the money I put down when I buy a house, right?
It's your deposit,
okay,
yeah.
Just making sure.
The first deposit, yeah. So maybe it's $5,000 would be an average amount. So we would email it to the agent. The agent would then email it on to the buyer who's buying the house. They take it to the bank. They wire the money, and we never get the deposit. We're like, they must not have gone to the bank. Come to find out that somewhere in between the selling agent's email and the buyer's email, that actual attachment would get switched out with different numbers. It would be on our letterhead. It would look totally legit. And poof, it would go somewhere else, not to us, and be lost, totally lost.
So what happens if that happens? I mean, if I buy a house for $1 million and I give you $300,000 put down and my money's gone.
Yeah, really bad. So.
Oh no! What happens? I mean, what do I do? Because I'm gonna come looking for my money, right? I mean,
right. Well, first and foremost, before you wire the money, just call the escrow company. Call them and verify the account information every single time, no matter what.
Okay.
So, easy thing. We no longer will send it to the agent. We're going to send it directly to the buyer themselves. Very rarely is the buyer's email going to be hacked because the bad guys don't know the buyer's buying a house.
Right.
Usually. So yes, if all our emails, our signature line, it says, wire fraud is at an all-time high, please call and verify escrow wiring instructions. So that's the easy answer on that one, is just call and verify. There is even a California Association of Realtors, all the millions of forms they have when you buy a house. There's an actual wire fraud, or WAD, advisory form that they can use to educate their clients about this.
I just can't believe that realtors are still using like a Yahoo email. Like, really? This is 2017 here, folks. I mean, and it wouldn't inspire me the ton of confidence if I'm going to drop $1 million in a house that my realtor can't spend, I don't know, $100 a year
to get their
email.
Account, right.
Or AOL, that's the one that gets me.
That's really kind of, yes, that one is true.
You drive an $80,000 car and you have an AOL address.
Sometimes. It happens. So and then conversely, at the end of the transaction, sellers usually want their net proceeds to be wired to them. I mean, we're usually talking a large amount of money.
I like small marked bills.
Small marked bills. We
Briefcase.
don't deal with any cash, sorry.
What?
Nope. No cash.
Sid Vicious said the only notes that matter are the ones that come in wads. It's my Bible rules, though.
I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, we've only had a couple people ask if they could come in and use a credit card or bring cash to us over the years. So anyway.
So I could come and use my American Express Black Card?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I can't do that either.
You know how many points I could get?
I know, right? That'd be sweet. You could fly somewhere really cool if you got a house with your card. Darn. Why doesn't that work?
See, there really is a limit on that thing.
Oh, the black one?
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't know.
Is it yours black?
My son-in-law's is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, you know, a little brag there.
Anybody has one. I mean, you know.
So for that seller's net proceed, it's a little different, kind of reversed thing. But again, I don't know how the hacker found whether they're watching somewhere and they get themselves inserted into the middle of the transaction, and we send an instruction, a written instruction that the seller fills out and signs that says specifically how we're to give them their net proceeds, whether it's a check or a wire, and if it's a wire, the bank wiring instructions for us to wire that money, and it's signed. And we really want that to be an original, you know.
Yeah. We
don't want them emailing it to us. If they do, though, we just call and verify, and we call a number. This is important. Call a number that's we've gotten from an independent source. Don't call the number that's in the email. Same thing with verifying our wiring instructions. Is if they've changed out the wiring instructions, they've changed out my phone number too.
Yep.
So when you think you're calling me to verify, you might be calling the bad guy, and they're going, yep, sounds good.
So literally, there's like a checklist you give people.
Pretty much.
Well, that's smart, because again, with today's world of Bitcoin and fraud, I mean, I would think eventually you get your money back, but I mean, how many years do you want to wait?
Right. It could be super, super scary. And, you know, sometimes, well, for instance, we did have a time where the seller had on that form put that they were going to pick up a check. And then all of a sudden we got an email from him, and he said, no, I've changed my mind. I want to have it wired to my company's bank account, which was a little odd because he was changing who the payee was to, which is not cool either. So we went back and forth a few emails, and I sent him the form to fill out and whatnot, and I just got a weird feeling about it. Just didn't feel right at all. Too many red flags. So, and I noticed too that we hadn't had a lot of email conversation with this person. It's mostly been on the phone or in person, and all of a sudden he's emailing me to change where the money's going. I'm like,
The women's intuition strikes again.
So, using the independent phone number that I had from before, I gave him a call, and he's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. So he had no idea that somehow someone was impersonating him, telling me to send his money somewhere else. So
wow.
I called my bank representative, who's a great guy, and I thought, you know, this is like wire fraud in the process. It hasn't happened yet. No money's gone anywhere. You know, we're all our clients' money's safe and sound. But my right. So my bank guy though called a wire fraud FBI agent who literally called me. I was able to give him all kinds of information, and he was really sweet. He goes, 2 things. I can't tell you or even really ask you to do this, but if you feel like it,
I might suggest strongly.
There's this program you can download on your computer that will track where these emails are coming from. So he talked me through how to download the program so we could track the rest of the incoming emails, and then continue to engage the bad guy to see if I could get more information. And so I kind of played the same tactics he had on me, because he was really rushing. I need this right away, blah, blah, blah. You know, and a lot of times when they get you rushing, you're going to miss something.
Yep.
And so I told him, I'm like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something about a different account, but, you know, you need to get me the information right away, blah, blah, blah. And he did. And he actually ended up giving me 2 different bank accounts that he wanted, one or the other. So the FBI and my bank put tracers on this and found this couple accounts, and they had flags on them, and they were literally trying to find who had opened those accounts and who this person was, and try to actually apprehend them, which is kind of exciting that, maybe we had a hand in stopping some of this.
They get you a little badge?
That would have been great.
You're officially an FBI informant now. Hey guys, this is the first on Ambergate Cars. We've outed an FBI informant. Should I be filming this? Is this okay?
Oh, right. Really? Maybe I'll have to go in a witness protection program or something now. But I have to tell you, even though it's just through email, talking to the, alleged bad guy, I felt really kind of creeped out. I was like, ooh, I'm talking to a bad person. But
well, what's the old saying, right?
A little weirdo.
I told you so, your intuition.
My intuition.
Well, hey guys.
And training.
In training, yes. And that's the important thing. I wanted to do this because real estate is so hot right now. It'd be horrible to lose your life savings to a fraudulent mistake like that and have to battle it. So I thought this was important ice cream cars to do. This is Lori Brown. Thank you so much. Of Ambergate Escrow. I'm Michael Bremer, telecomquotes.com.
I have the best phones ever.
And this has been Ice Cream and Cars.
Thank you.